Don't let the concrete jungle fool you. Amidst the towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, there's a hidden potential waiting to be unlocked. Even the smallest urban spaces can burst with life. A tiny balcony or a modest rooftop can transform into a lush oasis. It's amazing what you can achieve in a few pots on a balcony. Fresh herbs, vibrant flowers, and even small fruit trees can thrive in these compact environments. Imagine growing juicy tomatoes, ripe and ready for your next meal, all within arm's reach. The satisfaction of harvesting your own produce is unparalleled. Urban gardening is about bringing the joy of nature, however small, to your doorstep. It's a way to reconnect with the earth, even in the heart of the city. It's easier than you think and incredibly rewarding. The simple act of tending to your plants can bring immense joy and a sense of accomplishment. Whether you have a sunny balcony, a shady patio, or a mix of both, there's a perfect plant for every spot. Or even just a windowsill, you can create a thriving garden. Windowsills are perfect for herbs and small plants that need just a bit of sunlight. There's an urban garden waiting to be born in every corner. With a bit of creativity, you can turn any space into a green haven. Imagine stepping out your door to a fragrant herb garden. The aroma of fresh basil, mint, and rosemary can elevate your cooking and your mood. Picture yourself picking fresh salad greens for lunch. The crispness and flavor of homegrown greens are unmatched. With a little planning and a dash of passion, you can make it happen. Sketch out your garden layout, choose your plants, and get started. This guide will equip you with everything you need to start your urban gardening journey. From selecting the right plants to understanding their needs, we've got you covered. We'll cover everything from choosing the right containers to nurturing your plants. The right pot can make all the difference in your plant's health and growth. And when it comes to dealing with pesky pests, we'll show you natural and effective methods to keep your garden thriving. So, roll up your sleeves, grab your gardening gloves, and let's get started. Your urban garden adventure awaits, and the possibilities are endless. The first step in creating your urban oasis is to assess your space. Take a good look around and understand the dimensions and characteristics of your area. Do you have a balcony bathed in sunshine? This is perfect for sun-loving plants that thrive in bright light. Or perhaps a shady patio that's perfect for ferns and other shade-tolerant plants. These areas can become lush green retreats. Maybe it's a rooftop with breathtaking city views. Rooftop gardens can be a sanctuary above the hustle and bustle of the city. Each space offers unique opportunities to create something special. Next, choose your containers wisely. Pots, planters, window boxes, the options are endless. Each type of container can bring a different aesthetic and functionality to your garden. Consider the size and style that best suits your space and budget. Large planters can house bigger plants, while smaller pots are perfect for herbs and flowers. Terracotta pots are classic and timeless, while wooden planters add a touch of rustic charm and warmth to your garden. Don't be afraid to get creative. Use recycled materials for DIY planters to add a personal and eco-friendly touch. Sunlight and water are essential for any garden. Ensure your plants get the right amount of both to thrive. Most edible plants thrive in at least 6 hours of direct sunlight. This is crucial for their growth and productivity. Observe your space throughout the day to determine the sunniest spots. This will help you place your plants in the best possible locations. For watering, a simple watering can is often sufficient. It's a straightforward and effective way to keep your plants hydrated. You can also explore self-watering planters or drip irrigation systems for low-maintenance options. These systems can save you time and ensure your plants get consistent moisture. Ultimately, your urban oasis should be a place of relaxation and enjoyment. Take the time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Remember, creating an urban garden is a journey. As you nurture your plants, you'll find joy in watching them grow and transform your space into a green haven. Share your progress and successes with friends and family. Your urban oasis can inspire others to create their own green spaces. With a bit of creativity and care, your urban garden can become a vibrant and beautiful sanctuary in the heart of the city. Now comes the exciting part, choosing your plants. Start with easy-to-grow varieties that are well-suited for urban environments. Herbs like basil, mint, and parsley are perfect for beginners. Cherry tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries are also great choices for container gardening. Consider your space and the amount of sunlight it receives. If you have a sunny balcony, opt for sun-loving herbs and vegetables like tomatoes and peppers. For shadier spots, leafy greens, ferns, and hostas are excellent choices. Research the specific needs of each plant, including watering requirements, soil preferences, and potential pests. Don't be afraid to experiment. Gardening is a journey of discovery. Once your plants are settled, it's time to provide them with the care they need to thrive. Regular watering is crucial, especially during hot summer. Check the soil moisture regularly by sticking your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Feeding your plants is equally important. Use a balanced organic fertilizer to provide them with the nutrients they need. Follow the instructions on the fertilizer package carefully. Over-fertilizing can be just as harmful as under-fertilizing. Keep an eye out for pests and diseases. Aphids, spider mites, and powdery mildew are common garden foes. Regularly inspect your plants for any signs of trouble. Early detection is key to preventing widespread problems. Even with the best care, your plants may encounter some hiccups along the way. Yellowing leaves often indicate overwatering or nutrient deficiencies. Wilting leaves can be a sign of underwatering or excessive heat. If you notice pests, there are several eco-friendly solutions. Ladybugs are natural predators of aphids, while insecticidal soap can control a variety of pests. Neem oil is another effective and natural pesticide. Remember, gardening is a learning process. Don't be discouraged if you encounter challenges. Observe your plants closely, research solutions, and don't be afraid to seek advice from experienced gardeners. Section 6. Reaping the rewards. One of the most rewarding aspects of urban gardening is harvesting your own fresh produce. Imagine the satisfaction of snipping fresh herbs for your dinner or picking a juicy tomato warmed by the sun. The flavors of homegrown produce are simply unbeatable. But the rewards of urban gardening extend far beyond the plate. Gardening is a wonderful way to connect with nature, relieve stress, and get some fresh air and exercise. It's a rewarding hobby for all ages. So get out there and get your hands dirty. You'll be amazed at what you can grow in the heart of the city. Section 7. Maximizing your urban harvest. Want to take your urban gardening to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, there are always new techniques to learn and implement. Consider these tips to maximize your yield and extend your growing season. With a little planning and creativity, you can turn even the smallest urban space into a productive garden. Vertical gardening is a fantastic way to maximize space in small areas. By growing plants upwards instead of outwards, you can make the most of limited space. Use trellises, hanging planters, and stacked planters to grow plants vertically. This method is perfect for vining plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, and beans. Succession planting is another great technique for maximizing your harvest. By staggering your planting times, you can ensure a steady supply of fresh produce throughout the growing season. Sow new seeds every few weeks to ensure a continuous supply of fresh produce. This method works particularly well for crops that mature quickly. This is especially effective for fast-growing crops like lettuce. Lettuce can be harvested in as little as 30 days, making it an ideal candidate for succession planting. This is especially effective for fast-growing crops like spinach. Spinach is another quick-growing crop that can be harvested multiple times in a season. This is especially effective for fast-growing crops like radishes. Radishes can be ready to harvest in just a few weeks, providing a quick and easy addition to your garden. Extend your growing season by starting seeds indoors a few weeks before the last frost. This gives your plants a head start and allows you to harvest earlier in the season. You can also use cloches or row covers to protect your plants from early frosts in the fall. These simple tools can help you extend your growing season by several weeks, allowing you to enjoy fresh produce well into the cooler months. By implementing these techniques, you can make the most of your urban garden and enjoy a bountiful harvest throughout the year. Happy gardening! Section 8. Sharing the green bounty. Urban gardening is not only about personal enjoyment but also about building community. Share your harvest with neighbors, friends, and family. Host a garden-to-table dinner party featuring your homegrown produce. Consider donating some of your harvest to local food banks or shelters. Fresh produce is always in high demand, and your contribution can make a real difference. Share your gardening journey on social media. Connect with other urban gardeners, exchange tips and advice, and inspire others to embrace the joys of growing their own food. Section 9. A Garden of Memories. My most memorable gardening experience? It wasn't in a sprawling country garden, but on a tiny London balcony. I'd planted a single sunflower seed, not expecting much, but that seed had other ideas. It sprouted, reaching for the sky, eventually towering over the balcony railing. It was a beacon of sunshine amidst the concrete, a reminder that even in the smallest spaces, life finds a way to bloom. So, embrace the challenge, enjoy the journey, and create your own garden of memories in the heart of the city. Happy gardening! The concrete jungle is blooming. In the midst of towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, a green revolution is quietly taking root. More city dwellers are discovering the joys of gardening. From rooftops to balconies, and even small patches of land between buildings, urban gardening is becoming a beloved pastime. It's no surprise. Urban gardens offer a slice of nature. They transform gray, lifeless spaces into vibrant green oases that breathe life into the city. They provide fresh food and a peaceful escape. Imagine plucking a ripe tomato or a handful of fresh herbs right from your own garden, all while enjoying a moment of tranquility amidst the urban hustle. But urban gardening has its own set of challenges. Space is often limited, and the urban environment can be harsh on plants. Limited space and sunlight require creative solutions. Vertical gardens, container gardening, and using every inch of available space become essential strategies. Fear not, aspiring gardeners. Thriving gardens are achievable even in the smallest of spaces. With a bit of ingenuity and the right approach, your urban garden can flourish. With the right plants and techniques, you can create a green haven. Choose plants that are well suited to your environment and experiment with different gardening methods. This journey starts with understanding your environment. Take the time to observe your space, noting how much sunlight it receives and how the weather affects it. Observe how much sunlight your space receives. This will help you determine which plants will thrive and where to place them for optimal growth. Consider the space available, whether it's a balcony or a windowsill. Even the smallest spaces can be transformed into productive gardens with the right planning. Urban gardening is about adapting and experimenting. Don't be afraid to try new things and learn from your experiences. Each garden is unique, and finding what works best for you is part of the fun. It's about finding joy in nurturing life. The satisfaction of seeing your plants grow and thrive is unmatched, and the connection to nature can be incredibly rewarding. So let's roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. Urban gardening is not just about growing plants, it's about cultivating a sense of community, sustainability, and well-being. Join the movement and bring a touch of green to your city life. Choosing the right plants is crucial for urban gardens. Opt for varieties that thrive in limited spaces. Herbs are an excellent choice for beginners. They're relatively low maintenance and add flavor to your dishes. Basil, mint, and rosemary are good options. For vegetables, consider compact varieties. Cherry tomatoes, bush beans, and zucchini are great choices. They yield a good harvest in small areas. Don't forget about fruits. Strawberries and blueberries can thrive in containers. Imagine plucking fresh berries from your balcony. Remember to research each plant's specific needs. Understanding sunlight and watering requirements is key to their success. Planting in small spaces requires a bit of ingenuity. Whether you have a tiny balcony, a small backyard, or even just a windowsill, you can still create a thriving garden. The key is to think creatively and make the most of the space you have. It's all about maximizing your space and resources. Vertical gardening, for instance, is a fantastic way to grow more in less space. You can use trellises, hanging pots, or even wall-mounted planters to take advantage of vertical space. Start by choosing the right containers. The type of container you use can make a big difference in the health and productivity of your plants. Pots, grow bags, and even recycled containers can work wonders. You can repurpose old buckets, cans, or even shoes as planters. Just make sure they are clean and safe for growing food. Ensure they have proper drainage to avoid waterlogging. Without good drainage, the roots of your plants can become waterlogged and rot, which can kill the plant. When planting, pay attention to spacing. Proper spacing allows each plant to get enough light, air, and nutrients. Overcrowding can hinder growth and lead to diseases. Plants that are too close together can compete for resources and become stressed, making them more susceptible to pests and diseases. Follow the instructions on seed packets or plant labels. These instructions provide valuable information on how deep to plant the seeds, how far apart to space them, and how much water and sunlight they need. Use a visual guide if needed. There are many resources available, such as planting charts and guides, that can help you plan your garden and ensure you are planting at the right time and in the right way. Companion planting is another useful technique. This involves planting different species together that can benefit each other in various ways. It involves planting compatible species together. Some plants can help repel pests, while others can improve soil fertility or provide shade for more delicate plants. This can deter pests, improve soil fertility, and enhance growth. For example, planting basil alongside tomatoes can repel whiteflies and improve the flavor of the tomatoes. For example, planting basil alongside tomatoes can repel whiteflies. Additionally, basil can enhance the growth and flavor of tomatoes, making them a perfect pair in your small garden. Vertical gardening is a game changer for urban dwellers. In cities where space is a premium, finding innovative ways to grow plants can be challenging. Vertical gardening offers a solution by allowing you to utilize vertical space, transforming walls, balconies, and small patios into lush, green havens. It allows you to grow upwards, maximizing vertical space. This method is not only efficient but also aesthetically pleasing. Imagine walking into your balcony and being greeted by a wall of vibrant, healthy plants. It's a sight that can brighten anyone's day. Hanging planters are a popular choice. They are versatile and can be used both indoors and outdoors. Whether you have a small apartment or a spacious house, hanging planters can fit into any space, adding a touch of nature wherever they are placed. They add a touch of greenery to balconies and patios. The cascading effect of plants from hanging planters creates a beautiful natural curtain that can provide privacy and a sense of tranquility in the bustling urban environment. Cascading plants like strawberries or herbs look stunning. Not only do they enhance the visual appeal, but they also provide fresh produce right at your fingertips. Imagine picking fresh strawberries or herbs for your meals, grown right in your own vertical garden. Trellises are another excellent option. They are perfect for climbing plants and can be used to create a green wall that is both functional and beautiful. Trellises can be made from various materials, including wood, metal, or even recycled items, making them a sustainable choice. They provide support for climbing plants like cucumbers, beans, and even some tomato varieties. These plants thrive when given the right support, and a trellis can help them grow upwards, saving ground space and making harvesting easier. Imagine a wall covered in lush greenery, bursting with fresh produce. Vertical gardens can transform any dull wall into a vibrant, living piece of art. They not only improve air quality, but also create a calming environment. You can even create living walls with pockets for planting. These pockets can hold a variety of plants, from flowers to vegetables, allowing you to create a diverse and dynamic garden. Living walls are perfect for urban settings where ground space is limited. These vertical gardens not only maximize space but also add a visual appeal to your urban dwelling. They bring nature closer to you, providing a green escape from the concrete jungle. Vertical gardening is not just a trend, it's a sustainable way to enhance your living space and connect with nature. Section 5. A symphony of colors and scents. Inviting pollinators to your urban oasis. Attract pollinators to your urban garden. Plant flowers that attract bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. This helps with pollination and adds beauty to your space. Lavender, sunflowers, and zinnias are great choices. These colorful additions attract beneficial insects. They help control pests naturally, reducing the need for pesticides. Imagine your urban garden buzzing with life, a symphony of colors and scents. Section 6. What's growing on? Share your gardening aspirations. I'm eager to hear from you. What's your favorite crop to grow in your urban garden? Or what do you dream of cultivating? Share your experiences, challenges, and triumphs. Section 7. Tending your urban Eden. Nurturing growth and abundance. Creating an urban garden is just the beginning. It's an ongoing process of nurturing and care. Regular watering is crucial, especially during hot summer months. Feel the soil with your fingers to gauge moisture levels. Feeding your plants is equally important. Use organic fertilizers or compost to provide essential nutrients. Remember, a little care goes a long way in ensuring your urban garden thrives. Section 8. Beyond the basics. Unveiling the secrets of urban composting. Let's take our urban gardening to the next level. Composting is an excellent way to recycle kitchen scraps. It creates nutrient-rich fertilizer for your plants. It's easier than you think. You can compost in small spaces using various methods. Worm composting, also known as vermicomposting, is a popular choice for urban environments. Imagine transforming your kitchen waste into black gold for your plants. Section 9. The Unexpected Guest. A humorous encounter in the urban jungle. One morning, I stepped onto my balcony to water my tomatoes, only to find a squirrel perched amongst the leaves, munching away happily. It looked up at me with a mischievous glint in its eye, a tomato dangling from its mouth. It was a reminder that even in the heart of the city, nature finds a way. It's a reminder to embrace the unexpected and find joy in the little surprises that urban gardening brings. Happy gardening, everyone!
There's a quiet magic in nurturing a garden. It's a place where time seems to slow down and the worries of the world fade away. The garden becomes a sanctuary, a haven of peace and tranquility. It's a dance between human hands and the earth's generosity. Each seed planted is a promise of life, a testament to the potential that lies within the soil. The act of planting is an act of faith, believing in the unseen and the yet to come. Like any good dance, it requires rhythm, intuition, and a touch of love. The gardener moves with grace, understanding the needs of each plant, knowing when to prune, when to water, and when to simply let nature take its course. But the rewards are immeasurable: fresh food, vibrant flowers, and the deep satisfaction of watching life flourish under your care. The garden gives back in abundance, offering not just physical nourishment, but also a sense of accomplishment and joy. This isn't about rigid rules, but about understanding. It's about developing a relationship with the plants, learning their unique characteristics, and responding to their needs with care and attention. Each plant has a story to tell, a preference for sun or shade, a thirst for water. Some plants thrive in the bright light of the sun, while others prefer the cool shade. Each one has its own rhythm, its own way of growing and flourishing. Our job is to listen, to learn their language, and to provide what they need to thrive. It's a continuous learning process, a journey of discovery and growth, both for the plants and for the gardener. The act of gardening is a conversation. It's a dialogue between the gardener and the garden, a give and take that fosters a deep connection to the natural world. We give, and the garden gives back, tenfold. The fruits of our labour are not just the vegetables and flowers we harvest, but also the sense of fulfilment and peace that comes from tending to the earth. It's a connection to nature, a source of tranquility, and a reminder of the simple beauty in watching something grow. The garden becomes a place of reflection, a space where we can reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. So, roll up your sleeves and let's get our hands dirty. Let's embrace the joy of gardening, the satisfaction of nurturing life, and the peace that comes from being in harmony with nature. Let's delve into the practical wisdom that will make your garden the envy of the neighbourhood. Together, we'll explore the tips and techniques that will help you create a thriving, beautiful garden that brings joy and beauty to your life. Just like us, plants thrive on routine. They respond to the rhythms of nature, and a consistent care schedule can make all the difference in their health and productivity. A consistent schedule helps them establish strong roots and produce abundantly. When plants know what to expect, they can focus their energy on growing and thriving. Let's start with watering, the lifeblood of your garden. Watering is not just about quenching the thirst of your plants. It's about providing them with the essential element they need to carry out photosynthesis and other vital processes. Morning melodies. Water your plants early in the day, ideally before the sun reaches its peak. This practice ensures that the water has enough time to penetrate the soil and reach the roots before the heat of the day causes it to evaporate. This allows the moisture to soak into the soil and reach the roots before it evaporates. Early morning watering also helps prevent fungal diseases that can occur when plants stay wet overnight. Feeling the thirst? Don't rely on guesswork. Stick your finger into the soil, about an inch deep. This simple test can tell you a lot about the moisture level in your soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Consistent checking helps you avoid overwatering, which can be just as harmful as underwatering. Different plants have different needs, so adjust accordingly. Some plants may require more frequent watering, while others thrive with less. Understanding the specific needs of each plant in your garden is key to their success. Pruning for perfection. Pruning isn't about aesthetics alone. It's a crucial practice for maintaining the health and vigour of your plants. It's about directing the plant's energy, encouraging new growth, and removing dead or diseased parts. Regular pruning helps prevent the spread of disease and allows the plant to focus its resources on healthy growth. Sharp and steady use sharp, clean tools to make clean cuts, preventing damage and disease. Dull tools can crush and tear plant tissue, making them more susceptible to infection. Observe your plants, learn their growth patterns, and prune with confidence. Each cut you make should have a purpose, whether it's to shape the plant, remove dead wood, or encourage new growth. With practice, you'll become more attuned to the needs of your garden, and your plants will reward you with their beauty and bounty. Every gardener encounters unwanted visitors at some point. These pests can range from tiny aphids to larger critters like rabbits. While it might be tempting to reach for a quick chemical fix, it's important to consider the long-term health of your garden and the environment. But harsh chemicals are rarely the answer. They can harm beneficial insects, contaminate the soil, and even pose risks to human health. Instead, there are numerous natural and eco-friendly methods that can effectively manage pests without causing collateral damage. Let's explore natural, eco-friendly methods to keep pests at bay. These methods not only protect your plants but also promote a healthier ecosystem in your garden. Neem oil. The multitasker extracted from the seeds of the neem tree. This oil is a gardener's best friend. It's a versatile solution that can be used in various ways to protect your plants. It disrupts the life cycle of insects, acting as a repellent, insecticide, and even a fungicide. By interfering with the hormones of pests, neem oil prevents them from feeding, breeding, and growing, making it an all-in-one solution for many common garden problems. Soap opera. A simple solution of water and mild dish soap can be surprisingly effective against soft-bodied insects like aphids. This method is not only cost-effective but also easy to prepare and apply. Spray directly on the affected areas, ensuring you reach both the tops and undersides of leaves. The soap works by breaking down the protective outer layer of the insects, causing them to dehydrate and die. Companion planting. Nature has its own pest control system. By planting certain species together, you can create a natural barrier against pests. Planting certain species together, like marigolds with tomatoes, can deter pests naturally. Marigolds, for example, are known to repel nematodes, which are tiny worms that can cause significant damage to tomato roots. Marigolds release a substance that repels nematodes, tiny worms that can damage tomato roots. This natural repellent helps protect your plants without the need for chemical interventions. Beneficial bugs. Ladybugs are a gardener's delight. These charming creatures are not just pretty to look at. They play a crucial role in maintaining the health of your garden. These charming creatures are voracious predators of aphids and other garden pests. By introducing ladybugs into your garden, you can naturally reduce the population of harmful insects, attract them to your garden with plants like dill, fennel, yarrow. These plants provide the necessary habitat and food sources for ladybugs, encouraging them to stay and help keep your garden pest-free. Birds can also be beneficial in controlling pests. Setting up bird houses and feeders can attract insect-eating birds to your garden, providing another layer of natural pest control. These birds will help keep the insect population in check, reducing the need for chemical interventions. By creating a welcoming environment for birds, you can enjoy their presence while benefiting from their pest control services. By using these gentle pest control methods, you can maintain a healthy and thriving garden. Not only will your plants benefit, but you'll also be contributing to a more sustainable and eco-friendly environment. Embrace these natural solutions and watch your garden flourish. With a little effort and knowledge, you can create a beautiful pest-free garden that you can be proud of. Just like us, plants can fall ill. But unlike us, they can't tell us what's wrong. The key to preventing widespread disease is early detection. Mildew mayhem. Powdery mildew is a common fungal disease that appears as a white powdery coating on leaves. It thrives in humid conditions and can quickly spread if left untreated. Sun and air ensure good air circulation around your plants. Avoid overcrowding them, as this creates a haven for fungal diseases. Sunlight is also a natural disinfectant. Baking soda to the rescue. A simple solution of baking soda and water can help control mildew. The baking soda disrupts the fungus's pH balance, inhibiting its growth. Vigilance is key. Regularly inspect your plants for any signs of disease or pests. Early intervention is crucial to prevent widespread damage. A garden everlasting year-round bounty. Don't let the changing seasons dictate your garden's productivity. With a little planning, you can enjoy fresh produce year-round. Crop rotation, the circle of life. Rotating your crops each season helps prevent soil depletion and reduces the risk of pests and diseases that target specific plants. Winter warriors, cold frames. Extend your growing season with cold frames. These simple structures act like mini greenhouses, protecting your plants from frost and extending the harvest well into the colder months. City limits, boundless growth urban farm hacks. Limited space shouldn't limit your gardening dreams. Urban farming is about ingenuity and making the most of what you have. Vertical vegetables take advantage of vertical space with trellises, hanging planters and living walls. Vining crops like cucumbers, beans and tomatoes are perfect for vertical gardening. Upcycled edibles don't throw away those old pallets. Repurpose them into vertical gardens, creating a unique and space-saving solution. Old tyres, bathtubs and even shoes can become charming planters. Hydroponics future farms today. Imagine growing fresh produce without soil right in your living room. That's the magic of hydroponics. Waterworks hydroponic systems deliver nutrients directly to plant roots through a water-based solution, eliminating the need for soil altogether. Controlled environment hydroponics allows you to control temperature, humidity, and light, creating the ideal growing conditions for your plants. This means faster growth and higher yields. Community gardens sowing seeds of connection. Gardening doesn't have to be a solitary pursuit. Community gardens offer a chance to connect with fellow enthusiasts, share knowledge, and build a sense of community. Shared harvest community gardens provide access to fresh local produce for everyone, regardless of their gardening experience or access to land. Learning together, these gardens are a fantastic resource for new gardeners. Experienced members often share their knowledge, providing guidance and support. Your green legacy, a call to grow. The journey of gardening is one of continuous learning, experimentation, and joy. It's about connecting with nature, nurturing life, and reaping the rewards of your labour. So, I urge you to get outside, get your hands dirty, and start planting. Experiment with different techniques, learn from your successes and failures, and watch your garden flourish. Share your experiences, your challenges, and your triumphs. Together, let's cultivate a world where everyone has the opportunity to experience the magic of gardening.